Hi, clarinets! Today, we're going to focus on the parts of your instrument, what they're called, how to properly put your instrument together, and then we're going to learn letters C and D. So everything I do in this video, I want you to do it along with me. Okay, get your case, and we're going to lay it flat on a table. Now, I want you to make sure that the part of the case that opens is facing you. So I have two zippers on my case. I don't want those zippers pointing that way. I want the zippers right by me. Now, on the top of your case is going to be a picture or a word of the company who made your instrument. That shows you that that's the top. If you don't see that, your case is upside down. You never want to open your case upside down. Okay. With your case right side up and the opening next to you, go ahead and open your case and lay it flat on a table. Now, you should have in your case a small bottle like this. It is not chapstick. It is not a glue stick. This is called cork grease. Some of your clarinet has a brown piece of cork. By applying a little bit, this will help your pieces slide together easy. If your case does not have this, please send me an email so that I can get one for you. Okay, I want you to look in your case for the piece that looks like this. Hold it up in front of you. This is called the barrel. The barrel is the bottommost part of your clarinet. Next, I want you to find the piece that looks like this. There are 4 silver keys that make a little box, and then there's 3 silver keys up here that make a little flag. On the bottom of this piece is some cork. So, you're going to use this by twisting the bottom, and you're going to just draw a very gentle line all the way around your cork. And then, without squeezing these silver keys, you're going to push that bottom piece onto the barrel. Now, gently lay this to the side. The next piece you want looks like this, and it has 4 silver keys all in a row. This piece has cork on both ends. So take your grease and once again do a nice gentle line all the way around on your cork. Now, this part's kind of tricky, so pay very close attention. On your clarinet, you have your 3 silver keys right here. On the other side of that is a little square piece. On the piece that's in your hand, you have the 4 silver keys, and behind that is a little square piece. That square piece has to go on top of this square piece. So very gently, by pushing these together, we're going to line it up so that those 2 square pieces sit right on top of each other. Okay? And if you look at it, all the circles line up in a straight line. Okay? We're almost done. Next, we're going to take this piece. Now, it might be hard to tell, but one side is just a little tiny bit bigger than the other side. The bigger side is going to go onto the cork. So we're going to push that down like this. Okay. The last piece to put on is the mouthpiece. So this right here is your mouthpiece. Okay? The part that is curved, like this, is the top. And the part that has an open piece, see how there's a hole right here? Okay? That's the back. So you can see this has cork on it. So we're going to put some cork on, or some grease on the cork. Okay? And now we're done with the cork grease. So you can put the lid on and tuck it into your case. Okay. On the back of your clarinet is a circle with a long silver key. You want the back of your mouthpiece, the piece that has the open hole, to go on your mouthpiece or on your clarinet so that that open part is in a straight line with that silver key. Okay? Now, everybody is going to need to buy a box of reeds. Reeds are these very thin pieces of wood made by the company Rico. And they come in sizes. Everybody should get a size 2.5. 2.5. Okay? Your reed has a flat part where it says Rico, and then the front is thicker on the bottom and then very, very thin at the top. You're going to take the Rico side and you're going to press it on the back side of your mouthpiece. Okay? They should fit perfectly together. You want to go and line them up at the top. You don't want the reed to come super high, and you don't want the reed to come super low so that there's all this gap, okay? You want them to line up perfectly at the top. That is what it should look like. To hold your reed in place, you should have this silver ring. This is called a ligature. And a ligature has 2 screws on it, and it's going to hold your reed onto the mouthpiece. Now again, it might be hard to tell, but one end is a little bit bigger than the other end. Put the big end on first, with the screws touching the reed. Okay, you're going to pull it down as far as you can, and you're going to tighten up the screws. Okay, so this is what the back of your clarinet looks like. The reed, the ligature, and this long key. This is what the front of your clarinet looks like. The mouthpiece, the ligature, and all your front keys. Okay, to hold your clarinet, you should have this little guy sticking out the back. Okay, this is a thumb rest. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to hook your thumb under that thumb rest. And then if you look down at the front of your clarinet, you're going to put your first finger on the first circle, your middle finger on the middle circle, your third finger on the third circle. So we're numbering our fingers, 1, 2, 3. And then your pinky is going to rest on these 4 box keys. That's your right hand. Now, your left hand, you're going to come around to the back of the clarinet, and you're going to take your left hand thumb, you're going to turn it sideways, and you're going to cover that little circle in the back. This is your left hand. Now I'm going to wrap my fingers around the front of the clarinet, and I'm going to put my first finger on the first circle, my second finger on the second circle, and then the third circle is just a hole. There's no silver key, so I'm going to cover it here. Okay? This is what my hands should look like. Now, the first note that we're going to work on is letter C. To play a letter C with your left hand, you're going to press down your thumb and then finger 1, 2, 3. Your right hand does not use any of the keys. So you're going to let them float in the air. See how they're not touching? My thumb is still in the thumb rest, but my other fingers are floating in the air. Okay, you're going to take the reed of your mouthpiece. You're going to put it over your bottom lip, just beyond your teeth. And then your top teeth on the top of your mouth are going to gently touch the top of the mouthpiece. Don't bite down. Gently touch. So I want you to notice my right hand, my fingers are floating above the keys. My left hand is squeezing the keys. Keep the corners of your mouth very tight. Don't puff your cheeks out real big. You want to keep everything sucked in. See if you can make the same face that I make. That's letter C. The next note is letter D. In order to switch the notes from C to D, you're going to take away finger 3. So this is C, this is D. C, D. Try this with me. C, D. Now let's try to play it. Keep your elbows close to your body. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. Keep your lips nice and tight. Do not puff out your cheeks. Let's try it again. C. D. C. D. Keep practicing those 2 notes and memorize the fingers. Good luck!